Battlefield has once again done that thing where they release an update and they actually change and or fix a few things that end up being really important. Now, I have had hundreds, if not possibly thousands of comments and messages telling me that the dynamic response curve in Battlefield 6 is finally fixed. And for those of you who don't know what that is, the dynamic response curve, or power curve if you will, is arguably the best setting you can ever use as a controller player, full stop. So in this video, not only am I going to give you guys the baseline settings and things you can change, I actually dove into a few rounds of Battlefield 6 to see if these are actually worth the hype and if this is really worth your time doing. And if you enjoyed this, make sure to drop a like and subscribe and share it to your friends as well. So let's actually dive into the source. If you look in the top left, you'll see a sign of unemployment, although this technically is my job, so maybe, who knows. We can go to the controller settings and let's have a look at what we've actually done here. Now, before we do anything, a reminder, you want your controller tuning to be handled accordingly. I use a 1 center dead zone and a 2 axial dead zone, and that is where I currently sit it at. I've slightly increased my center from 0 to 1 just because I am using TMR sticks and sometimes they're a little bit too sensitive without an artificial dead zone applied to it. Your mileage may vary. You do not want your axial anything above 2, and you want your central dead zone as low as humanly possible, the lowest you can get it. If you have stick drift, unfortunately, you just need a new controller. And if you scroll all the way up, this is where things have changed. So, 58 sensitivity, 56 zoom ratio and aim ratio, and then down here, we're leaving this at about a slowdown, I think, of around about, I'm going to go 90, probably more like 86 just to start with. So about an 86 slowdown. Sometimes the slowdown is still just a little too strong. And the aim assist up to 100. We're going dynamic and dynamic. Standard aim acceleration with a 32 input. Now, there is a section here that I would consider to be personal preference. Now, leave this at 32 and start tweaking this lower if you find that it's too snappy. If it's not snappy enough, try increasing the sensitivity higher. Now, if that's not your general liking and it still doesn't feel correct, I would bump this up to around about 36 and then play around with your sensitivities again to see if you can get a kind of feeling that feels nice, that feels one-to-one, that feels parity. And of course, no uniform infantry aiming as we have gone through so far. In terms of zoom, I've dropped everything down to 92, and I apply this to all of my zoom sensitivity scales just because I genuinely believe that there is a way the Battlefield will find a way to break that. And the sensitivity smoothing, we've also turned completely off. So that is good to see. And this is basically the settings that I think I'm going to be using permanently going forward. There's just a real nice crispness to these settings. I'll quickly show you what I'm talking about. In the firing range here, like, going left and right, you can feel a real sense of acceleration and snappiness that feels natural, I think I would say. Like, it feels quick. But then when you actually get into gunfights and you're aiming at targets, you can really slow it down into a way that just feels performative. Or performant, even. Performative would probably involve some kind of reading and matchup, but that's besides the point. And it just feels good, I will be honest with you. It's going to take me a while to get used to flicking between targets, as somebody who has obviously gotten quite used to a set of controller settings already. But I can see this as being a setting where you very quickly, you know, just lock into one target, hit a switch, go to another target. And on the more long-range weapons in particular, like I would say if I go into my favorite category here and I use something like the SOR 556, you're really going to notice that you can get some pretty lethal precision out of these long-range weapons because you can just do more micro adjustments with these. Even in a slightly longer range optic, say for example the KTS here, like you can really get some of those more like super aggressive micro adjustments to give you those headshots that I just think is going to work better for you long term. You know, you still have that snappiness left and right, but once you're in on a target, you know, the adjustments are there. So I think this is probably going to be pretty dominant going forward. These are the settings that I'm going to be using going forward. So let's get into some gameplay and like test out if this works and let me know what you think. I did have somebody recently on my channel say that not only did their game crash, it also uninstalled itself. So that was quite impressive. But yeah, a little bit of personal preference with some of these settings and a little bit of me doing magic and maths that quite possibly could have had me drowned in the 13th century for being a witch. And honestly, I think if it snipes well, it will shoot well across the board. That's my general mantra for these things. I need to learn my lead times. Or I could just miss every shot. Just not boding well. There we go, see? They're all about the lead time. I mean, if I just aimed central mass, I probably could have got the kill, but I'm not like that. I like to like slowly crack the head and get the headshot because I just think it's more efficient. Or I just miss everything again. Or I'm just terrible. I mean, maybe you just turn off this video, fellas. I mean, I'm going to be honest. Not the best start. But that's just a little bit of lead. Like, changing how you micro-adjust towards a lead on somebody, and also just the fact that character models in Battlefield bounce all over the place. Those things you can kind of get used to, especially when you're changing a response curve or something like that. Oh, that's a lot of guys under. Maybe I can get a couple snipes from above here. Hold up, let's try this. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Oh, I nearly dodged the bullets. No. I tried to crawl. It's not red sec. It's not red sec. Totally European pilot here is going to take me somewhere hopefully useful. Oh god. Totally European pilot is not registered to fly in this region. He's moving like a suspicious airline. I mean, I see the bullets, but I don't see the men that the bullets are intended for. Now that is a problem. There we go, that's a bit more like it. Okay, we're smoothing, Smoothing and grooving. Oh, missed that one. Okay, hit that one. There we go. There's a little bit of magnetism with the aim assist in terms of, like, when a target's moving and you're scoped in on it. Like, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes it feels like it deliberately misses the target when I scope in. Or, like, the aim assist kind of, like, doesn't catch up with the mobility of the person, which is fine. Like, you don't want it to be, like, some sort of crazy aimbot. But I feel like there's got to be a middle ground where maybe they can not make me auto over target a person. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just paranoid. I don't know. But, like, sometimes if I aim down sight at somebody close range, it's like my aim assist gets pulled off the target. That's the only way I can describe the feel. It's like I'm not scoping into where I initially intended on scoping into. That's the only way I can kind of describe it to people. Well, this is looking like hot war in this general direction, I gotta tell you. And where there's hot war, there's an opportunity to be a scumbag sniper. Yes, there is. Although that one inconvenient tree there. Okay, that's a bit more like it. I'm really starting to get a hang of the lead and micro adjustment here. That's nice. Okay, there's a couple of men wobbling around in there. Okay. Okay, Mr. Battlefield, you know, maybe the dynamic settings are working, chat. Maybe I'm not washed. Who knows? Well, I'm a little washed, but that's... I'm 27, fellas. It's starting to slow down, alright? There's only so much I can do. Okay, I'm washed. I lied. I mean, that is a 50 cal, but... See, I've got a hot take here. Hot Battlefield take here. I actually really don't like that new vehicle. I'm really not a fan of that new vehicle. I actually think it should just not have any guns. That's my humble opinion. Everything on that building is glowing, so that's... Well, that's quite positive, I will say that. That definitely is working as intended. I didn't realize that we'd added the Uwu glitter package to the game yet, but I'm glad it's here. Taking a leaf out of Call of Duty's book. I mean, I can vaguely still see the baddies, and I am referring to the bad guys in-game. I mean, good God, I'm playing Battlefield 6, fellas. There are no baddies in sight. Okay, that's a 50 cal. Can't snipe that. Can't do that. Can snipe that. That's good. Oh, he's got a recon drone up. It's like the Red Sec tournament all over again. That's an IFV. And that IFV does not look very fond of me, I will say that. Yep. Couple of stray shots over my head top. That's always encouraging. I do always feel as though, yeah, there's a little bit of personal preference involved with controllers, and obviously when I do actually go over the settings, or if I've already done that, I don't really know how my brain's going to edit this. Like, I will talk about the things that you could individually change that might be a little bit more personally preference towards you, not, like, you know... Words are hard, guys. Jeez. You know, just like... ways that it could maybe work a little bit better for you, but it isn't my personal preference. Like, because I know the average person doesn't like the way I play this game, the way I'm flicking my analog stick left and right like I'm some sort of... Okay, there we go. It's a bit more like it. But there is, you know, there is a middle ground to be had. So, you know, when I do my big brain and I explain how big brain has come to these conclusions, I will let you guys know things that you can adjust to make this feel better for you. Now, I will say, like, it isn't radically different from the Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 setting, but the bonus of this setting, I think, is that it's more refined than the others. I think the others at times sometimes felt a little bit too flicky. What the hell even got me? A chain gun? You know, I genuinely barely heard that helicopter, and the fact that it allegedly fired a cannon on me. Allegedly. Right, let's try and spawn on these guys. I mean, these guys have still got pretty good overs on this objective, although that building is still a temporary flashbang. If somebody could delete that building, I would be very fond of that. Right, this is not going very well. And now it's going very well, because I've got to kill. You see how the entire performance of this game clearly revolved around me having fun, and you guys... Okay, the flashbang is really not helpful. Really not helpful. Mr. Dice. Look, I know it's Christmas and whatnot, and you want to see your families and such, but can you please get back in the office? Because I am currently being... It's so Jova. It's so Jova for me. I need to get around this building or I physically cannot snipe. Goodness gracious, folks. It's all flashbang. It's all over. I mean, I'm getting flashed, and it's not the kind of flash that I wanted. I'll tell you that much, fellas. Although the sniping's working quite well. You know, I mean, you know, guys, I might not be too terrible. I mean, I'm a little arse, I'll be honest, but I'm not terribly arse. This is always the fun thing about aim assist. It's like watching it figure out, okay, who should I be hitting here and how much should I be tracking? And they didn't do too badly there, like... Oh my god. There are actually too many people to shoot at. I think my brain is at this point... I don't even know who I want to shoot at. It's like fish in a barrel. Just a really large barrel, though. I mean, there's still loads of them there. I'm pretty sure they all just rezzed each other. Yeah, that guy kind of like... Supermaned off the side of that. There we go, good shots. Oh, I was hoping that would land. Guys, I might not be washed. Fellas, there's a chance. 27 years and thriving, fellas. 27 years of... I mean, there are some of you in chat going, there's no way this guy thinks 27's old. I don't. I'm just saying, alright? I'm not the young insta-deleter I used to be, okay? The brain is slowly succumbing to caffeine dependency, okay? I mean, honestly, like, reading a book at this point is a marathon, not a sprint. I mean, I feel like there are still guys on that rock, but maybe they're just hiding because the IP... I mean, I can't do anything around this objective without getting seismically flashbanged in a way that only FaZe Jev would recognize. Okay, that 50 cal... Nah, you're alright, pal. You're alright. Yeah, nah, he's one of the good ones, that one, that 50 cal. He wouldn't shoot me. I've tucked my way around here. Maybe A is going to be fine. I mean, I don't know at this point. Oh, I tried shooting for the indestructible cactus. The late, great indestructible cactus. Okay. That guy's actually, like, moving it. Smoothing and moving, I'll tell you that much. One of those disastardly vehicles is about to come up behind here. I mean, I nearly got it. The thought process was there, you know? Okay, they've actually blitzed that objective. Like, they are home free on that there objective. That was a nice little shot there. We'll take those. And I'm still somewhat getting flashbanged by the surroundings here, but not terrible. I gotta tell you, folks, we might be onto a winner here. I think these controller settings are really good. I mean, some of you are probably thinking to yourself, this is the 6th controller video, he just loves ad revenue, and you'd be correct. But I also, unlike popular online figures and or political figures, I would not willingly spread misinformation on the internet. Although I suppose for the right price. Well, I mean, you know, when you think about it, nah, I'm kidding. Nah, you know, gosh, I've got this thing called morals apparently. I think these are good. I think these are good settings. I think if you're already comfortable on the settings you're on, maybe it's not worth it. Like, you know, just play with what feels good. But I think these feel great. Like, I think generally these are settings that I probably am going to permanently use going forward. And if I'm willing to make the change because I'm a devious little sweat, then maybe you too should make the change. Oh, I really thought I was going to hit that guy midair there for a second. Hey, I got him on the way down! Yippee! Guys, I don't suck. This is great. Oh god. Oh, it was all blurry and white. I'm pretty sure that's what Coldplay said. Alright, I'm just gonna run away from that because the great eye of infinite flashbangery has appeared again. You know, some would say the greatest sniper deterrent is just making it so that I can't see at all. And they'd be correct about that, because I gotta tell you, I could not see shit. Yeah, I've done surprising. You know, I don't want to jinx myself, but I was just about to say I've done a really good job of staying alive. I haven't really died a lot this round, which was nice. Doesn't happen often, but when it... Oh my god. I mean, the fact that I even saw that guy appear from the illustrious flashbang of humankind, I really don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure if I stare into that for long enough, I'll actually watch a universe being birthed. There's a very real reality that might be the case. I'm going to do a little bit of blanketing here. To get into a non-flashbang-like position. Oh, that man is having a moment. And I got to tell you, I blame him for distracting me. I'm going to be honest with you. I did watch a character model become a fidget spinner. And it was worth it.